right side, Tanya?
No.
You like it the other way? Hold on. I'm switching us. There we go. I felt like something was off there. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm feeling a lot better. I miss Tanya. I'm so glad to have, us do this again. And so let's see who else here. We're going to do today. We're not doing any political talks. We're doing aliens. We're doing a little bit of the different types of aliens. It was going to be on Pleiadians only, but I thought, no, I'm going to try. I just started seeing other interesting things. And so I put them on here for us. And I've got all the links in the description box below. So if you guys didn't hear something very good, put your earphones on if you're having trouble hearing, because that helps. But if for some reason you think I couldn't hear that too well, they're down below. You can always click on them and turn up your volume and watch them later. And so let's see what we got. Oh, well, let me see who's here first. Joyous. Oh, hi, Joyous. She says, nice to have you back. Yes, I missed everybody. My knee's still sore, but it's getting better every day. And then we got Mary Epperson and Patrick Duncan. Linda Bishop is here. Jay Cat Lady. All righty. Oh, I want to tell you guys before we start, I'll say it at the end too. I've got I'm doing a holiday special. It's 20% off all the Manifest oils. And it's all you got to do is when you go to the site, it's in the description box too. And up in the chat, I've got the link. But it's manifestshop.net. You get 20% off anything, all the oils, the total. If you get 5 oils, you get more and more of a discount. So 20% off until December 25th. You just put in capital letters, Happy Holidays. So that's my kind of holiday gift, is to give everybody 20% off until the 25th. So if you want to get anything, now would be the time to do it. And also, I got the Otter box stuff down in the description box too, where you get 20% off if you want to get any of their bracelets. So, all righty. So, what have you been up to, Tanya? I haven't seen you for a little bit.
Oh, just doing my thing. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Yep. 10:10 on Monday and Wednesdays, 11:11 on Fridays. So Go check out her video. I didn't get to watch this morning, so I'm going to watch it tonight. So, okay, this first one is by a guy, I think his name is Bashir, and he has aliens speak through him. He's a channeler. He has a particular one that speaks through him. And so I think I'm going to see if I can find his first. Let's see. If not, I'll get the first one we come to. Hopefully, they'll work out good this time. Okay, so let's see. All right, here we go. All right, I'm going to do this one first. And let me get my volume turned up real quick so you guys can hear it. And here.
I'm going to tell you a story about humanity. And like any good story, we need to start at the beginning. A lot of people want to know what the beginning was like for humanity. So after channeling for 40 years, the information has often been asked, where did we come from?
No, don't do this to me again. All right, hold on. Now, I made sure I did not put these in too soon. Let's try it one more time. If it doesn't work, we'll do another one. Let's see. Nitrogen, Venusians. Let's try it again. I'm going to try again, guys, and we'll see. It says they're having trouble playing that one. Let me do something here. I'm going to go to here. And let me just do the next one. And while it's playing, I'll find this one again for us. Okay, so that one I just checked and it played fine. Okay, so we'll do this one first. Then we'll do them out of order that I want.
Here's some information spoken about reptilians by government officials and ex-government workers. The Reptilians are known to be part of a grander empire that goes by many different names, mainly the Draconian Empire, which is basically a dark force. They have been visiting Earth since its creation, and they have been known to do genetic experiments on humans and animals, especially during the time of the dinosaurs. They have been known for infiltrating less advanced planets by first offering technology in exchange for resources because they know that these civilizations are looking for technological advancements. Infiltrating planets from the inside is their specialty, and it is easier to take over civilizations using this technique, which is exactly what they're doing for Earth. This is why you hear a lot about elites being reptilians or having.
Why is it doing this? Must be my internet. Hold on. Maybe if I get this thing, no, I don't even have that on. I'm sorry, Tanya. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why they're doing this. I even tested them before. Let's see.
That seemed like a good video too.
Oh, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. All right. So we'll try this one first. Let's see if this one will work.
This is the Draconian Codex and culture. Let's get into it. Now, let's start with the Dark Draconians. They live in complete service to self with the ideology.
I'll tell you what, guys, you go ahead. I'm going to log off and log back on and see if it does it better. Okay. So let me leave.
Do you have your YouTube open?
YouTube open? Yeah. Close that maybe.
Close your YouTube. That might be what the delay is.
Okay, let's try it again. And I did clear all my history too. So I made sure I did that too. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, we're going to try a different one.
Let's talk about the Venusians. So in a previous video, we talked about how Venus has signatures of life, which was to help those that are still struggling with the idea of ET life. But now let's go into what is said about beings that live on Venus. Venusians look really human, almost indistinguishable. The women are noted to be exceptionally beautiful, including the men. They live in the planet's interior, and it's reported that they may live in the clouds as well, which is where conditions are similar to Earth. Other races, including the Pleiadians, have said to be in the presence of a Venusian is to be in the presence of divinity in its truest form. Because they are masters of love, which Venus is known for, by the way, they help transform conflicts and help people see the light in every situation. They are truly loving beings, but they don't play. They can be fierce warriors when people challenge them, which is usually darker beings. The Venusians are known for making contact with human individuals in the 1950s, including a man named Howard Menger. These contactees report these beings coming down and taking them on voyages across the galaxy and teaching them about the universe, including taking them to Venus to see their civilization. They will.
It's being weird today. I'll try another one. So we know a little bit about them. We'll get a little bit.
Pleiades have been guiding humanity for centuries. Their messages, often delivered through dreams, meditations, and direct contact with those who are spiritually attuned, have been filled with warnings, teachings, and promises of a brighter future. But as the year 2025 approaches, the Pleiadian prophecy takes on a new urgency, one that demands our attention and action. The question that looms over us is profound. What does the 2025 Pleiadian prophecy mean for the future of humanity? This is not just a question of survival, but of awakening, transformation, and a shift in consciousness that could redefine our very existence. The Pleiadians have long spoken of a time when humanity would face a crossroads, a choice between continuing on a path of materialism, division, and destruction, or embracing a new way of being, one that is rooted in unity, love, and a deep connection to the cosmos. The Pleiadians have always seen humanity as a species with immense potential. They recognize the unique blend of physical and spiritual energies that define us, and they have been guiding us toward a higher state of consciousness. However, they also see the dangers that we face: the environmental degradation, the social and political turmoil, and the spiritual disconnection that have plagued our world. The 2025 prophecy is both a warning and a message of hope. The Pleiadians have revealed that this year will mark a critical point in our history. a time when the energies of the cosmos will align in a way that has not been seen for millennia. This alignment will create a powerful wave of energy that will sweep across the earth, affecting every living being. For those who are prepared, this energy will be a catalyst for transformation, awakening dormant potentials within and opening the door to a new reality. But for those who are unprepared, this energy could bring chaos, confusion, and even destruction. The Pleiadians urge us to prepare ourselves for this event, not through fear, but through love and understanding. They remind us that we are co-creators of our reality, and the choices we make in the coming years will determine the outcome of this prophecy. The path forward is not set in stone. It is shaped by our collective consciousness and the decisions we make as individuals and as a society. Understanding the prophecy to fully grasp the significance of the 2025 Pleiadian prophecy, we must first understand the key elements that it entails. These elements are not predictions of specific events, but rather themes and energies that will shape the world in the coming years. The Pleiadians speak of a great awakening that will sweep across the planet in 2025. This awakening is not just a spiritual event, but a holistic transformation that will affect every aspect of our lives. People will begin to see through the illusions that have kept them trapped in fear and separation, and they will start to embrace a new way of thinking and being. This awakening will be driven by a surge in cosmic energy, which will raise the vibrational frequency of the planet and its inhabitants. As the new energies take hold, the old systems of power and control will begin to crumble. The Pleiadians have long warned that the structures that have governed our world, political, economic, and social, are no longer sustainable. These systems, built on greed, corruption, and division, will not be able to withstand the higher frequencies of the new energy. This collapse will be chaotic, but it is necessary for the emergence of a new way of living.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All the way through. I think I figured out maybe what I can do. I stayed on that page and didn't switch over. When I switch back over to come on here, then maybe that is cutting it off. So we'll try it the same way on the next video.
Okay, but can we talk about what that was?
Yeah.
Because that is so the energy that we are in right now. We are on the precipice of chaos. And right now, everything is about not so much what's going on, but how we respond to it. It is our collective energy. And that's why I keep telling everybody, you got to let go, exhale. If you're holding on too tight, you're bringing the wrong kind of energy. This is about us releasing the things that we should not hold on to, and literally just taking our hands off the wheel. And I'm gonna be singing the song, whatever it will be. Que sera, sera. Let what's going to happen happen. Yeah. We can't force anything, and this is our lesson. The ascension is what we have to allow things to happen. We don't have to accept them or agree with them, but we have to allow things to happen, unfold as they are supposed to. Our collective consciousness is what is the most important. Being positive, working on ourselves is what's important.
Yeah, because I can see how, and I'm guilty of this, and I know a lot of us are, is getting, everything is just, letting that negativity, letting us, what you called that draconian energy, that energy of the people at the top that want us to be afraid, that want to scare us, that want to put us in fear. And it's like almost like they're doing that to keep us from ascending, to keep us from, like you said, just letting it go. What is that used to thing? They used to say, let go and let God, just let it be, because there's nothing we can do about it, except for we can change things maybe by meditating and pushing out good energy towards other people and not taking in the negative energy, but putting out the good energy. Mm-hmm. Is that kind of what you're saying in a way?
Yes, very much so. But the most important lesson is for us to work on ourselves, to let go of the things that when we say let go of those things that don't serve you, that means letting go of those things that are holding you back in life. we generalize things so much, and people get lost in phrases and don't know what letting go means. That means, for some people, that means walking away from a relationship. If somebody is beating you and keeps saying after they beat you, "Oh, I'm sorry, it won't happen again," but every Friday night they go out and get drunk and come back and put hands on you. Making a change and letting go means actually walking away from things that are hurting you, that are holding you back, from people that you're holding on to out of loyalty. Oh my God, we have to stop. At some point, we have to look at ourselves, and we have to be the most important person in our life. And that's what we have to do right now. Our society has programmed us to want to lay down and be a welcome mat for people.
Yeah.
Oh, if our children are doing something bad, or if they're not doing well, we have to do, mortgage the house, do everything we can. Your kid killed 5 people, but you're going to do everything you can to make sure that they don't have to pay the consequences for their actions. This is where we got to get things right. We are not here to save the world. We're here to live a life. We're here to understand who we are. We're here to help where we can, but we're not here to save nobody. And we have a whole lot of people walking around with a God or Jesus complex who think that they can save the world, when the person that they have to save is looking at them in the mirror.
Yeah. And I've noticed that, having to walk away from some people that you've known since you were a child, even that just are not good for you, that you make excuses for them, and you think, you try to help, but eventually for your own self, you've got to walk away from people like that. I have a lot of, people that I have loved that, I find out our morals are not the same, you know? And it's like what's happening in the world right now has made a lot of us realize that certain people, us and them, don't jive. Our morality is different. And you want to try to keep the family together, keep the friendships together. But sometimes when it's toxic, I feel like you're better just not being mean, but just kind of walking away, doing what's best for you. Because I had that where I had, certain people that I was friends with since kindergarten. And then I'm realizing what all this election stuff has made me realize is that we have different morals. And I can't make an excuse for their morals. The things that I think are wrong to me are wrong. And so it's like, it's almost better than instead of arguing, instead of trying to convince them to see it how I see it, sometimes it's better just to kind of distance yourself for a while, or forever, if need be. But what do you think the Venetians, that warning of 2025, they're saying that we're ascending, and didn't they talk about there being 2 different almost realities, kind of?
Yes, and that's what I have been talking about. We are literally separating. We are pulling apart one from the other. One is the people, and that's what I'm saying. Don't be messing around worrying about Donald Trump. The only people who are going to be met with that reality are the people who are vibrating down there. This is why you've got to raise your frequency, your vibration high, so that all this energy that we're feeling right now is the separating of the energies. People are physically getting ill. These are ascension symptoms. I mean, pains and aches, tiredness.
I've been tired, yeah.
Oh gosh, and I mean malaise, a grand malaise, and then, but we're getting downloads as well. I said on my show today, we are in the middle of a quantum leap. Everything is going forward so quickly right now. Technology, our physical bodies, things that we are expected to know and to learn, technologically wise. You look at how old now? 2 years old, maybe even younger. You put
Mhm.
an iPad in a baby's hand. You don't have to show him how to open it.
No.
The kid can work the thing like he was born on it, and this is the thing, and this is what we have to understand. Those children who are born who can work your phone, work an iPad, and here we got grandmas that can barely turn them on.
Yeah.
I can't make a thumbnail, but I bet a 2-year-old could make me a great thumbnail.
Oh, I didn't know what a thumbnail was. My daughter, when I started this thing, she goes, "Mom, you need to make a thumbnail." I'm like, "What?" I'm thinking on my thumb. I'm like, "What? What do you mean make a thumbnail?" And I remember the first time I took a class that said you have to copy and paste. I'm thinking of like Elmer's glue and a copy machine. And my grandson is like, "What's wrong?" I go, "I want me to copy and paste. How am I supposed to?" He goes, "Give me that." And he had my phone for 2 seconds and had done it, you know? And I was like, "You sit by your grandma and you show me how you did that, you know?" But yeah, they're so smart with these things. They're coming out of the womb knowing how to use an iPhone, it seems like.
Yeah, and those are the children who are going to be running our future. Those children are coming out with a whole different type of intelligence than we have. The only thing that is dangerous right now is that we're allowing the technology to guide the children instead of us guiding the children. And I'm gonna say this warning one more time to everybody who is so in to the AI, what do you call those Oculus lenses, those things that go over your eyes.
Virtual reality?
Y'all, yes, the virtual reality. Y'all be careful. You are literally letting whatever company, whatever advertise, because this is all those games are advertisements. You are allowing an advertisement company access to your brain, and you can't filter it, you can't stop it. It is programming you. I ain't gonna tell nobody not to do it, but if you're going to be using those things, go in eyes wide open. Know what you are allowing, what you are opening your consciousness to. All right.
I never thought about that. I have a friend who has one of those, and I went over to her house and she goes, "Hey, Deann, you want to try this on, this new thing we got?" And I tried it on and I thought, "This is amazing." It was like I was in Italy and I was right there walking with people, and I have trouble with my legs, so I can't walk a lot. So it was so cool because I was like walking on the street. I could see all the things I wish I could see. It was really neat. And then had a thing where they went fishing and you was throwing this thing and catching fish, and it felt real, you
Mhm.
know. It had her son scared me. He had a big old snake come up right here to my face, and I jumped back. I go, "Ah!" But they are so realistic. But I never really thought about that, them using them to.
You have to realize the people who make those devices, who own those companies, those are advertised. Their job is to make money off of you, to get you to purchase more of their product, to bend your will, to get you to be less resistant to whatever it is they are suggesting. So again, everybody in here is grown. Just go in eyes wide open and understand that you are allowing a foreign agent, somebody outside of you, direct entrance into your neural cortex, and you have no say-so of what they leave behind.
You know what I thought? These things, they're going to get better and better. You know they are. They're going to get like where you don't need the big old goggles. You're going to just have a regular pair of glasses eventually. Do they? Well, I was thinking, you know, I knew they're going to get better and better. And I thought if the graphics are this great that you think you're there, I thought, when is it going to be when they'll have it to where it'll be virtual reality where somebody's going to be thinking they're cheating on their wife or their husband? Is it cheating?
Like, I mean, will be. People are already doing that on Facebook, on that virtual world in Facebook.
Really?
That's what it was built for. That's what it was built for, so that you could be a voyeur or you could go out and live an alternate life while it's just your avatar that's doing it. Yeah, it's just your avatar. You know, you're over there sitting there just doing this, but what you're doing, what you're seeing, what you're physically feeling, you're cheating. There ain't no way around it.
And you're putting and how long before you want to spend more time in the virtual world than with your own wife?
In the real world. Mm-hmm.
You want the virtual woman.
More satisfying.
Yeah, because she's perfect looking and everything, and you got your wife of 30, 40 years. Who needs her? I can go in here and I can have, you know, a 25-year-old perfect person. And I could just see people getting lost in that and ruining marriages. Because if my husband was not paying attention to me, but he was on there in his realistic world with a realistic other woman that he paid more attention to than me, I would kind of throw that machine away.
That was a Twilight Zone episode. You remember the one where the guy could invent the people, just write it down, and they would knock on the door, and he was in this little office, and he had his real wife, and then he had the perfect wife, and then he had to throw it in the fireplace, but he was just inventing his virtual wives, his virtual life, and he had to write them out. He was a writer, and he could write them into the story and write them out of the story. But he was creating virtual realities where these different women were in his life. It was a really good episode.
I can't believe I missed that one. I thought I've watched every single one. But I could see that. I could see it being a good thing for people who are like maybe paraplegics or quadriplegics. They can't walk. They can't get out. They can put this on and they can experience walking and experience.
And that's the hook. And that's the hook. That's just like what Elon Musk is doing with that thing. Now, the first thing he promised with his Neuralink was that it was going to allow paraplegics the opportunity to walk again, to use their limbs again. The only thing that the people with the Neuralink can do is control a mouse, control a computer. Nobody's got up and walked. So he hasn't solved the problem that he said he did, but he's got access to he's merging man with machine is what he's doing. But he's leaving something in somebody else. And I'm gonna go back to the movie, y'all. The movie Kingsman. Okay, it was a really good movie. The first movie, Kingsman. If you haven't seen it, watch it, because what's his name? Snakes on a Plane. The guy that always cusses, the black guy. Samuel L. Jackson. It plays the villain in this one, and he's a lisping, cowardly villain who is afraid of blood, but he has given everybody, y'all listen to this, because this is what Elon Musk is doing. He has given away to every citizen in the world a free cell phone with free internet that does all of this stuff, and all you have to do is sign up to get his cell phone. And then when everybody has the cell phone, he makes the noise and people go ape shit and start killing each other.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all need to watch. If you have not seen Kingsman, the first Kingsman, please watch it, because what Elon Musk and what all of these people are doing, Elon wants everybody, oh, come to Blue Sky. It's going to be the only internet that's going to survive. And y'all, I'm telling you, eyes wide open, eyes wide open. Don't give these demons control of your life, because that's kind of what you're doing. He wants to scare you, saying everything's going to go down. How's his going to stay up if everybody else's is down? Unless he is the one who takes the other down.
Yeah, I'll have to watch that. There was a movie I saw once where it showed everybody had those glasses on, and they're laying here in these chairs, and it's like they're all these people, I mean, are in this virtual reality, and it's like the government's way of keeping the people docile, keeping them happy, keeping them just, in their own little world, so that they don't pay attention to what's going out here in the real world. So it makes me wonder if some of this is to keep us blind. You know how they'll do one thing for a distraction, look over here so you don't see what we're doing over here? Well, if you're so busy in your virtual world, then you're not seeing what is going on the real world. You're not seeing what's going on in your real family.
And right now, what's going on in Congress? They're having all this great big old disclosure again about, oh my goodness, there's UFOs, there's UAPs, we're shooting them down, we're picking up this, that, and the other thing. Y'all, this is social programming. They are literally softening your cortex so that they can make something appear that you will believe. Y'all, the beginning of 2025 is going to be crazy. Be prepared. Turn the TV off. Know who you are. Believe in you. Don't put your faith outside of you. Okay? You're the only one that pays your bills. You're the only one that's going to take care of you if you get sick. You are the most important thing. Don't let the government fool you into giving away everything in the name of safety, okay? Because they're going to try to scare you to get people to give up their freedoms, and they have to get you to agree to it. Don't assimilate, y'all. If you can't reach out and touch it, it ain't real, okay? And when you see these things, reach out and try to touch it. Don't try to shoot it. Try to touch it. Try to touch it. If it ain't got no form and no figure, it is a hologram. And they have perfected holograms.
I forget what they call that. It's a project something or another. I've heard of that.
Project Blue Beam.
Blue Beam, that's it. Project Blue Beam, where they're going to have like a fake alien invasion and try to scare the, what out of everybody, so we don't leave our houses, stay inside. And
that's coming so fast. I really feel like that is coming in the next little short time before 2025, before Christmas, maybe before Thanksgiving.
Well, I've been feeling something. I've been feeling the energy. I've told you, I even called you. I'm like, what is going on, Tanya? Why am I feeling like this? I'm tired all the time. I'm just exhausted all the time. I don't feel right. Something just, besides falling on my knee, other than that, the energy has been strange. Like I feel like something's about to happen, and I don't know what it is, but I can feel it, and, so I guess we should trust our gut. What is that? I'm going to look and see what everybody's saying here. Linda Bishop said, I'm so low tech that I still have a dumb ass TV used for DVD and VCR, no reception for about 16 years. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I've got all kinds of VHS tapes downstairs. I got DVDs. First I collected VHSs, then DVDs. Now you can stream it. But it's good to have those things. Okay, it's why you don't have a government phone. Yeah, why is it that all of a sudden the phone booths are gone, right? And now everybody was given a government phone. If you didn't have a phone, you're given a phone.
Yeah.
Why?
So that the government can not only track you, but listen to you.
Yeah.
Everybody has a phone. And I'm telling you, watch Kingsman, because this is something that I have been predicting for years. And y'all, this is why I tell people, please turn your televisions off. You have been programmed since you came out of the womb. And I believe that a lot of these movies are warnings of what that they're going to do to us. And I do believe that there's a tone, a sound, or something that they can. And y'all, it just came to me. What is the one thing that they made sure you could not take off your phone? And it's the government freaking emergency broadcast system. Oh my gosh. If they want to get us, that's the tone they're going to use. That's the tone, because they made sure every new phone has to have it, and you can't shut it off.
Yeah, and you cannot, they made it, you have to have a cell phone almost, because if your car breaks down, there are no toll booths to walk to. You know, the landlines, I think they're slowly trying to get rid of the landlines. You know, I don't think a lot of people have those anymore. Evelyn said UFOs have been visiting us forever. In fact, did you see that thing, Tanya? Some guys were talking to, whistleblowers were talking to Congress here just recently about all the things they've been hiding from us, about that, UFOs are real. They actually had a person that was, their job was to make people feel crazy when they called reporting a UFO or anything. That was their job. And those Men in Black, like that movie Men in Black, those are real.
The government has been lying to us and manipulating us forever. They have weapons that they have a heart attack gun, literally. So if they want to eliminate somebody, they can literally remotely find them wherever they are, GPS, aim that thing at them, and cause them to have a coronary heart attack.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
This has already been proven.
Really?
The fact is that aliens are real. Extraterrestrials, other beings exist. We have been taking technology from other species, other beings, and reverse engineering. So they lie and say it was reverse engineered. A lot of that stuff was straight given to us. We are the humans that are here today. I'm sorry, y'all, are some of the worst liars, treaty breakers. Look what this species of human has done to every other species on this planet. It has taken and taken and taken and co-opted, and they've done that with the extraterrestrials as well. Y'all, the first thing we got to do is stop putting all your faith in the government. That is your number one enemy. Those are the people who care about us.
Well, Debbie says 3 months ago, and I remember this being on the news. People were killed with when their cell phones blew up and detonated from a safe distance away. But where was that at? It was in one of the Middle Eastern places.
Yes. They were getting Palestinian and Sunni people. That
Lisa
was
said
a straight up homicide. That was a war crime.
And if they can do that with those, what were they called? They were those things that people. Pagers, thank you. It's been so long, I forgot the name. But if they can do that with pagers, what makes us think they can't do it with our cell phone to us? You know?
They've already proven that they can. You remember when all the Samsungs were blowing up in people's pockets? People were getting third-degree burns because they couldn't even get them out of their pockets fast enough to stop it from burning their skin.
Yep. And then that movie, Lisa said, iRobot reminds me of that Elon Musk. He has made robots that look like that iRobot thing.
Those movies were warnings.
Huh?
Those movies were warnings.
Yeah, I think they were. Here, let me tell my brother. Tell him. Okay, there. My brother was trying to call me. I'm sending him a lesson. A note. Let me see if I can get some other stuff up here. Let's see what I can get. Okay, let's see. I want to try that one that I couldn't get before just to see if I. Let's see. Play
that Lyran if you can.
Let's try this one. Which one?
The Lyran.
Oh, the Lyran. Here we go. Oh, that one was having trouble. So let me do a different one.
Okay.
But I will get it. It was working earlier. I don't know what is the deal with my internet. I'm going to have to change for the third time internet providers. Okay, let's see what this is.
You might just need a booster.
Yeah, well, when I logged off and logged back on, it worked last time. So that's why I was wondering if I should log off and log back on. But I'll try to see what I can get for now. Let's see. We did Venusians.
Being too sensitive or unreasonable. We try to make sense of nonsense.
That's not what I wanted. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get them. It's just being weird, my internet. Okay, let's see. Light and dark. What's this one? Nope, doesn't want that one. It wouldn't let me play light and dark, so let's see which ones will let me. And these all worked right before I got on. I checked them all. Let's see.
It might be because they're all open. You might have too many open tabs.
A Pleiadian client. She was a dog groomer. Pleiadians are empathic people. They're empathic with a capital E. They love animals. They love to work with animals. She was struggling in her relationship. She was always attracted to narcissistic men. And she didn't understand why, she was falling into the same patterns. And so I did a reading for her and I said, well, you're from the Pleiades, and in the Pleiades, relationships are very open. The Pleiadians, it's not uncommon for Pleiadians on the Pleiades to have polyamorous, relationships, but they're also very, very devoted, in their relationships. And because Pleiadian starseeds tend to be very empathic, and they see the potential in everybody, it sounds like a codependency type of thing. They take on these projects, they're like, oh, well, I see the potential in this guy. I really love him. And I think if I just worked with him and helped him heal, we'll be good together. Yeah. But it never works out like that, So it's not like that, it's not like that in the Pleiades, but when they come here to Earth, they don't realize that, hey, not everybody on Earth is like they are in the Pleiades. Right.
That made me think about how many times have I, done that very same thing. People that are empaths, they say a lot of them tend to be from the Pleiades, that they tend to be very empathetic, want to be giving, but they tend to be around narcissists.
I'll say they're more star seeds. I won't say they're all Pleiadians, but I'll say there's a lot of Pleiadians, but there's a lot of species of ETs on this planet. Lots. There's lots of Pleiadians, though. Arcturians are another great big soul group. Arcturians and Pleiadians are two great big soul groups.
I'm going to take these two off that weren't working. I'm going to take a couple of them off to see if that was it, if it was too many. Because I had a lot on here, so it may have been I had too many on here. Okay, let's see. I want to try that one with Bashir again, just to see. Nope, don't want to let me do that one right now. I may have to bring it back. But what I'll do is I'll go back and get those and pull them back up again later. So we got the Venusians, the Carians. What is this one? Okay, here's a different one.
Called the Carians, who were the first beings incarnated in the universe, known as the Master Race, the oldest and ancient of all species. They live in the Orion constellation, and they developed bodies of varying colors and sizes, and only some wear clothes. They can be anywhere from 12-13 feet tall. There is one group who are mammalian but very different from humanoid. The body type of these entities is humanoid, and the facial structure is angular, sharper, resembling a bird or eagle, though these are still human-like mammals. These entities are very intellectual, calm, civil, and courteous. They seem friendly and don't have a temper or fixation on dominance and power. They consider themselves primarily scientists, explorers, and philosophers, and they do not engage in galactic politics, but they do travel and visit. Like the original feline Lyrans, the Carians first arrived in this universe when it was being created. The Carians retrieved a new planet in the Orion constellation for their home, and they continued to be oriented toward Lyran principles. It was more tropical in design and featured an abundance of humid swamps and jungles. It also had more islands than large landmasses. The Carians were etheric and had to develop physical bodies from the life forms evolving on the planet's surface. They chose the life form that would become the bird, and over a period of hundreds of thousands of years, they developed bodies. When their physical vehicles had reached a certain level of development, they began genetic crossing with certain reptiles that had evolved in the swamps and warmer regions of the planet. The result of this genetic program was the creation of a new hybrid race known to us as the Draconian Reptilians, who became more abundant than the purebred Carians, and they called their creators Master Race and fought with their makers for dominance. Throughout the eons preceding our existence, a cosmic conflict has forever raged, primarily involving the fallen and unfallen angelic.
Okay, well, it's frustrating that it's doing that, but I'm getting as much as I can. Let's see what else we got.
That was so interesting. Oh my gosh, I was so drawn to that.
I got links down here too. I wonder, I don't know if I should dare try getting out and coming back in. What do you think?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to try it. Let me try, because I actually, you know what too? I got inbox. Let's see. Here's the Lyrians. Okay, here it is. I'm going to put the Lyrians on here. Okay, and see if I can get that. Okay. So in the meantime, I'm going to just, you guys, I'm going to log off and log right back on. So I'm going to leave studio. Changes may not be saved. What does that mean? Leave studio. Okay, leave.
Hello. All right. Okay. So ES says, Brashear says, if woman wins, contact. If the man wins, World War III. Hello. She's back.
Oh, we're backwards again. There you go. Okay, so let me try and see if that helped any. Okay, so let's see. What is this? Space refugees. What the heck is that? I don't remember even putting that down there. Okay, well, we'll see what it is. Okay.
A lot about the Pleiadian star system. Where exactly is that in our cluster?
Well, if you look up from the night sky, from the position, usually from America, looking up to the upper left, you'll see these, what they call the Seven Sisters.
Okay.
And the Seven Sisters are the seven brightest of the Pleiades, but not the only stars in the Pleiades. And so there's probably several 100,000 stars there. But from our perspective on Earth, we see the seven brightest ones.
You believe they're behind some kind of galactic war?
Well, yes.
Tell us what that is.
Well, what happened was, if you look at a lot of the ancient records, it seems as if several billion years ago, there was a galactic war in that region of space. And this war, according to the ancient text, it talks about the Lyrans and the Carians starting this battle, also with the some Draconian people, and it all kind of started over race, unfortunately.
It does everywhere, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, is right. What kind of weaponry do you think they used?
Well, in the Mahabharata, they talk about using a Brahma weapon, which is a weapon that can destroy any man on 3 worlds.
My God.
So it's some type of high-tech weapon.
That's worse than an atomic bomb.
Oh, much worse, much worse. It's some type of a targeted weapon that can literally assassinate either one person or destroy an entire civilization or multiple civilizations at the same time. And then they also had something like on Star Wars, which was likened to a planetary destroyer, like a Death Star. And these moon-sized weapons which we probably have one in our solar system. I think Iapetus is probably one as well in our solar system. It's a moon of Saturn. But they actually had the capability of sending a beam to a planet and destroying the entire planet.
That could have happened with the planet between Mars and Jupiter, what we call the asteroid belt.
Absolutely.
Who knows?
Yeah, there was a planet there named Tiamat in ancient times. Also, that planet was destroyed and blown up according to the ancient tablets, and it became the asteroid belt.
Were there any survivors of this situation?
There were survivors. So what happened was we had a space refugee situation. And so what happens is you had the Lyrans, the Carians, Alpha Draconians, and all these other groups that were living in those star systems. And because of these wars were blowing up different planets and moons, that debris was crashing into their actual homelands, so their home planets, creating a mess in that sector of space. So according to the ancient records, they started fleeing. The survivors started fleeing into space and looking for other homes, other places, other star systems to go move to. So they left.
Okay. Yay, that whole thing played. But I'll tell you what, I have, I think I got that a way to pull up that one. I had gotten it on here. Let's see here. I'm going to go to my message here. Hold on here. I'm going to pull up my mail. And I want to put that one that we had that was, okay, Lyrians. Okay. Let's see if I can get the Lyrian one. Okay, it's playing, so let's see if I can get it on here now. Okay. I'm just pulling them up new from my email. I'll figure this thing out. Okay, here we go. That's the one you wanted to see.
Starseeds are higher dimensional souls who are originally a guardian extraterrestrial race that are blue-skinned feline hominids, or cat people, called the Anuhazi, similar to aliens in the movie Avatar. It is the Anuhazi who were seeded 950 billion years ago by the blue flame Elohai in the 12th dimension on planet Aramentana in the Lyra star system, and are considered the original Christos founders race. The Great Sphinx in Egypt is a tribute to these Anuhazi Lyran starseeds, with the body of a lion and the head of a human. This is a literal connection to how humans have evolved out of the Lyran Anuhazi lineage. It is the primary gene code that was used to create the human form. The Lyran starseed Anuhazi are also affiliated with the lion people alien race called the Leonine when they came down or stepped down from their Anuhazi Christos template.
Those were kind of cool looking. Those were kind of neat looking. Those, what were they called? There's a lion one and the other one. I forget. The
Lyran.
Yeah, let me see. I want to see if I can get that one to come up here too.
As above, so below. Everything that's in outer space, we got living right down here with us.
Yep. Let's try this. This is, let's see what this one is. Okay, I'm going to pull. Okay. All right. So we'll go here and I'll pull it up here. I'm going to do it this way where I just pull them right from my email. Okay, we'll do this one. Okay, and let me push this back here. Okay.
10 alien civilizations that will boggle your mind. First, the Greys. Notorious for their probing and dark-eyed gaze, these beings are often linked to extraterrestrial abductions. Next, the Reptilians. Shapeshifters said to manipulate Anunnaki.
Are you there? Are we frozen? Oh my goodness, baby, stop. Okay, y'all, I have no idea what happened. I don't know. Bailey is barking in the dark like I got a visitor or something. She's staring down the hallway and she ain't moving. So it's a dark hallway. I ain't going down there. So they gonna come in. We gonna fight on camera. So hey, stop it. Hey. Well, don't talk back to me. All right, y'all. I do not know what happened to Deann. So yeah, something's going on with Bailey, but I don't know what's going on. Everything froze and then Deann disappeared. So I don't know what happened, and I don't know why she hasn't been able to get back on. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the phone so I can call her. You hush. Oh, she's telling me to keep talking. She's trying to get back in. All right, y'all. Well, hold on. Let me close this door. Come in. That way, that'll stop her from barking. There we go. So, one of these things I want to tell y'all about all of this stuff with all of the ETs and everything that's going on. Y'all don't be afraid. Please don't be afraid. If y'all see something that is so fantastical, again, reach out and touch it. Hello, she's back.
My internet went off. It just said your internet is off, and I'm like, what?
Dang.
This is the third internet I have switched to because I've had problems. This is Verizon internet. They told me this was the best. And then they told me to get another router, because we have a tri-level house. I did that, and that seemed to help. But for some reason, I'm having trouble with this stuff. I am so sorry, guys. So what was y'all talking about I missed?
Oh, I was just trying to fill in the gaps.
Let's see if I get some of these other ones on here. Let's see. We did the 10 civilized, Venetians, reptilians. I wonder if this will work. Nope.
Well, we are in the middle of a great big old solar storm.
Is that what it is?
Yes. And I mean, we've got Reykjavik in the big old volcano is blowing up again. So we've had some ginormous earthquakes. So there's a lot of solar activity going on.
I really wanted you guys to see that Bashir one, and I want to try to pull it up. I know I probably could, but I'm scared of losing yous again. Should I try it or not?
Try it.
Okay, let me try real quick. I don't want to leave. Okay, so let's see. I'll go this way, hit this, Gmail, and let's see, Anunnaki and man. Okay. Okay, this is the one I want. Okay, so let's see if I can do it now. Now I pulled it up. Share screen and the evolution. Okay, here we go. And
a story about humanity. And like any good story, we need to start at the beginning. A lot of people want to know what the beginning was like for humanity. So after channeling for 40 years, the information has often been asked, where did we come from? The way the story goes from the information gathered from the channeling is as follows. Many hundreds of thousands of years ago, a natural hominid that evolved upon the earth, that we often refer to as Homo erectus, existed, and at one point, the story goes, an extraterrestrial race visited the earth. They came to Earth to mine minerals that would help them create a balance on their planet. And in taking on this task, they began to realize that it was quite daunting and would take a long time, longer than they had. It was very important to balance out the weather on their planet with the minerals for a very, very short period of time. And so they needed help in order to do this. They began to look around and saw the natural hominids that had evolved here, who were close enough physically to the extraterrestrials that they thought perhaps if we can somehow train them to be of assistance in mining these minerals, the task will go faster. But being master geneticists, they felt that a way to accomplish this would be to take their own genetics and inject them into the hominids and create them to be a little bit more like the extraterrestrial race so they would be easier to train, so that they would be able to understand what the task was all about and help the extraterrestrials, who were called the Anu or the Anunnaki. So they undertook a program of genetic alteration where they introduced their own genetics into Homo erectus and other early hominids and began to create what became us, Homo sapiens. A lot of people talk about the idea of evolution, and they talk about the idea of thinking that there must have been a kind of missing link between early hominids and Homo sapiens, because there seems to be an evolutionary jump that occurred where suddenly we gained much more brain power, much more brain capacity, and it hasn't yet been fully satisfactorily explained how that occurred. It may be possible that this so-called missing link is actually the extraterrestrials that came to Earth so long ago and injected their DNA into the early hominid in order to create Homo sapiens. As humans were created, then they began to act as a workforce to help accelerate the mining operations that were so important to the ETs and allowed them to accomplish their task within a timely manner. However, the idea is that because the ETs were so advanced, these early humans began to kind of look upon them as godlike beings, and they began to think of them as something far above humanity. Also, the ETs may have acted to keep the humans at a certain level. In many of the stories that exist in early documents, such as the Bible, these stories are told, but they have been sort of mythologized. And I think they do represent something a little bit more literal. When it talks about the idea, such as the Garden of Eden, and how the gods did not want humans to be as smart as they are, to know the things that they knew, and how eating from the tree of knowledge caused them to be expelled from the Garden of Eden, so to speak. This may be a metaphor for what actually happened in terms of humans seeing the gods and wanting to understand what the gods knew, what the ETs knew. But the ETs wanted to prevent that, because then they would be like them and they would know the things they knew, and they couldn't necessarily use them as labor anymore. They would want independence, as any thinking being probably does. So they curtailed their knowledge, they curtailed their ability perhaps even to learn that knowledge by not necessarily turning on certain markers in our DNA, and by leaving those markers off, preventing us from actually being able to learn too much of what the ETs knew and how they operated, so that we wouldn't become equal to them. So the idea is that eventually the extraterrestrials on the planet that these beings came from may have in fact learned about what these ETs had done in creating Homo sapiens. Now, as far as the story goes, it's possible that they have breached their own laws by doing this. It may not have been something that they were actually allowed to do in creating a sentient species. And so the story goes that they were recalled to their own planet, and that from that point forward, once Homo sapiens had been created, the ETs that had recalled the group that came to Earth knew that they couldn't just abandon mankind. They had to guide them from that point forward until they were assured that mankind could perhaps take care of themselves, could understand basic relationships and basic laws, and could create a society that was self-sustaining. And so the ETs sought to teach mankind things like agriculture and mathematics and so on, so that humankind could become self-sustaining. But I think this is where the stories come from, of visitations from the gods over time, to lead us on certain paths, to teach us certain things, to watch over us and guide us. And this relationship, I think, solidified the idea that eventually became the religions of the world, where we know that there is something observing us. We know that there is something higher than us. Now, this in no way, shape, or form negates the idea of the spiritual nature of God or the spiritual nature of humanity. But I think these things have become enmeshed. These two stories have become intertwined and enmeshed with one another. And therefore, there is nowadays no separation between the idea of God as a spirit and the souls of humanity and the idea of who created us. But I think these are actually two distinctly different stories. While we do have a spiritual beginning, I think we also have a different physical beginning that began, as this story tells us, with the ETs that came to Earth and created Homo sapiens. But they have stayed around to guide us after recalling the group that created us, being that that creation was against their laws. So in guiding us, we now have all the stories of being led through the desert, of being taught how to build certain devices, how to create societies, how to have relationships. And this comes across, because the stories have been intertwined, as things like commandments from God, which I think in the early days was simply teaching humanity ways to live, ways to understand how not to fight each other and so on and so forth, how to get along, so that they knew that they could eventually leave us to our own devices and that we could build societies that would one day allow us to sort of reclaim our position among the stars, being the children of extraterrestrial beings.
Okay, let me get back here. What did you think of that? I thought that was pretty interesting.
Well, with Brashear, some of it I totally agree with. Some of it I don't. The one thing that I'll say that I don't agree with him is I don't think it was just one alien species that tampered with our DNA. I think many alien species have tampered with our DNA, hence the way that we have Homo sapiens sapien, we have Homo erectus, we have Cro-Magnon man, we have all these different sentient beings that were precursors to us, and the only thing that's different is a little tweak in their genetic code. So I think my own personal thoughts for entertainment and educational purposes is that we've had a lot of little dirty hands in our genetic makeup to create the species of human that we are today. And I believe that they did turn off a lot of things so that we would not understand or know who we are at birth, because there's no separation between us and the ETs, except they are not bound by the conditioning and laws that we're bound by, because we've been conditioned. If nobody ever told us that gravity existed, we would be able to fly.
That's interesting. Well, I thought it was interesting, and they talked about the Anunnaki, and you said they're coming back.
Oh, they're already here.
They're already here?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, what do you feel they're coming back for? To set the world right? To set things straight? What do you feel they're coming back for?
No, I really believe that it's not just the Anunnaki. There are a lot of species of ET on planet right now. and it is to protect the rest of the galaxy. This species of humankind that we belong to right now, the end goal of these 1%ers, these draconians, are trying to blow up our world. They truly are. The extraterrestrials are here to make sure that that does not happen.
And that's that. Now the Pleiadians, it seems like they said they would be the first ones we would see. The first ones they said we would see with our eyes visually would be the ones that look like us.
Or maybe you see them all the time. They look just like us. The Pleiadians look just like us.
The Pleiadians and the how about the tall whites? Do you think
they're tall and white, but you see them. You see them. They're not cloaked. You know, they're not stick people walking around. They're just overly tall, thin, white, very pale, with light hair and light eye people. They walk among us. There's the base for them is right. I mean, literally, I can look out my door and see the mountain where those people live right here in Las Vegas.
The Seven Sisters, the star system, you can see that from where you're at?
The star system. I'm talking about the base right here in Las Vegas where the tall whites live.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I think you see a lot more.
I keep telling you that you don't have to wait for them. They're here. The ones, the strange ones, the great big 10-foot tall ones that were seen in the backyard, that was uncloaked when their ship crashed. That was an anomaly. But they're here.
Or at the mall. Remember that situation at the mall where they had police all
around? Those were the same ones. Over 10-foot tall shadow beings. Yes. And they weren't doing anything. Just walking around, just chilling. But they were uncloaked for some reason. And it caused mass panic.
Yeah, I had one on Bigfoot too. So if you guys go in the description down there, I've got ones on Bigfoot. All the different types of all the different types of aliens, which we can try later. And you know what I figured out I might do next time? I was thinking it was saving time. I'm putting all of the links up above here so I can click on them. I think what I'm going to do next time is just put my email up there and then just pull one up at a time. Because when I close them
afterward.
And close it when we get done, because when I put it worked before, so I thought it would work again, but apparently with the solar flares or whatever's going on, it's there's too much going on up there, and so nothing works. So I think what I'm going to try next time is just put my email up there and then go pull one up, watch that, and then I'll just pull them up as we are wanting to watch them, and one at a time. Because I got a feeling that might be it. It worked before, so I thought it would work again. But last couple times it hasn't worked so well that way. And I don't know if it's the solar flares or what's going on, or if my internet's having problems, or like I said, I've switched 3 times and I've got the best internet I could pay for. You know,
don't worry about it. I mean, everything is chaotic right now. Just inhale, exhale, roll with the punches. We do what we can. We do the best that we can.
Well, you guys, I'd stay on here longer because I missed you and I missed Tanya, but I probably got to get off of my leg and put it up here for a little bit since I hurt my knee. And can I put it up on ice? So next week, I think it's Thanksgiving next week, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Thursday? Okay. So you guys if you who celebrate Thanksgiving, have a really nice Thanksgiving, and we'll be back Friday, and maybe I'll let you see those other ones that I didn't get to let you see today, because there's a lot of them that we did not get to discuss that were on there. Oh, Mercury retrograde. Is it that Mercury retrograde again?
It probably is. It probably is. I didn't even look into it. I have been so disconnected with my technology.
Have you realized? Well, this one said solar radiation.
Yeah, that's the solar storms.
Yep, I had Bigfoot. They said Bigfoots are moving between dimensions. Yeah. And they kind of keep pushing them back, but then we keep taking their territory. What? When?
They captured one. I don't know if it was in Ohio or somebody. They got one, trapped him in a barn, and the government got him. So there's no telling. That somebody had got a whole bunch of videos of the helicopters and the police and everything. They had a Bigfoot trapped in a barn.
Oh my gosh, I seen a video where they had a giant. It was another country, but they had these helicopters pulling this giant up. He was huge. They had this big thing. His feet were hanging over, his head was hanging over, and they were getting him out of there. Somebody had found a giant. So I think we're finding more and more things. But isn't it sad? They find a Bigfoot, and what do? They want to capture him. They want to,
test it, kill it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. This species of human that we are we are so dangerous. We are so dangerous. This species that is on this earth right now.
It is. And I've seen too what you said too. They said that all our technology we have gotten, they have traded. They give us technology and knowledge, and then, I don't know what we're giving them. What do you suppose? Because they're trading. We're buying. We have gotten technology. All this technology we've gotten from aliens. They're saying from alien technology. We keep switching. That's weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
But well, we'll wait. We'll talk about this next time because we've got a lot of stuff that we didn't get to cover because of my stupid internet. So hopefully the retro Mercury grade or whatever it is. I want to get rid of this comment there. The Mercury retrograde will be over with. I don't know how long that lasts, but I know I hate it because my internet does mess up every time. So there's got to be something to it, but we'll try it the next way, you guys. We'll do it the way with just one at a time I'll pull up, and we'll see if that won't work. And whatever I didn't get to show you, I'll show you then. If you want to see it now, you can go in the description box, and you can see every video I was trying to show you that I didn't get to, if there's some that I didn't get to. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go put my leg up, and thank you for coming, and put down in the comments if there's any other things you want to do. I'm wanting to talk about some other aliens we didn't get to talk about, so maybe we'll do that next week, or if you have a suggestion, we might do something different. But I hope you all have a nice Thanksgiving if you celebrate it. I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick around the house. I'm not going to cook or nothing. So, but you guys have a good one, and maybe I'll pop on Thanksgiving just to talk to you guys who are sitting at home like me. So, all right. Well, I'll talk to you. Oh, by the way, don't forget to go over, if you're on mine, don't forget to go over to Tanya's station, her channel, and Tea Time with Tanya. And don't forget to go to her channel at 10:10 on Monday and Wednesday, 11:11 on Friday. Check out her sprays. Check out her, what do you call the little sachets she made? And you want to tell them about that before we go real quick, just so they know?
Yeah. I have a special going on right now. I dropped the price of my sachets and room sprays to $20. That means I'm covering postage, shipping, and handling for them. Now, my sachets last for 3 to 6 months. 4 months is the average. When you buy a sachet from a psychic shop, that's a 30-day sachet. My sachets are guaranteed to last you at least 3 solid months unless you wash it. So I have them on sale right now for $20, the room sprays as well. And it is whatever protection or magic you need. I will custom make a sachet or a room spray for you. You tell me what you need, and together we create what will bring you assistance. So psychictanya9@gmail.com. They make wonderful presents, y'all.
Okay, and they can contact you there if they want a reading as well, to book a reading.
If they want to book a reading, I do have openings available. Again,
And I was going to tell you, if you go to, if you want to get 20% off, it's from now until December 25th. I have 20% off all the oils, so it's going to be taken off your entire order. So if you order 5 oils, it's 20% off the entire thing. So it's from now until the 25th, so it's a good time to get it. And all you do, I'm just going to show you really, really quick. You go here to my site. And so say you want to go hit shop all, you know, and you want to see everything that I got. And say you pick the money drawing. And it comes on. And so say you hit add to cart. And you'll just go to the cart. And down here, it says add coupon code. So they're $23. So in capital letters, just put happy holidays. And then hit apply. And you'll see it'll take off 20% here. So it makes it $18.40. So if you guys want to go to that, just, or if you want me to help you, if you have trouble, just go ahead and call me on the Manifest phone number. Text me. It's usually easy to text me. It's in the description box. And if you want to get anything from, just so you know, this, just before I go, because I forgot. I don't know if I got it up here or not anymore. Well, I won't put it on there. It's, if you want to go to Otter Spirit, it's down in the description box. You can get the, their AA and AAA bracelets. They're packaged really nice. They look really nice. They have necklaces, earrings, and you can get them by your sign. You can get them by intention, or you can pick the gemstone you want, and they have all different things there for you. They're really nice, and they help sea otters. They go to California Coastkeepers. $1 for each sale goes to California Coastkeepers to help the otters and their environment. So that's all I had to say. I just wanted to remind you to get the discount. It's Happy Holidays. It's manifestshop.net. You can see up there. And I hope you guys have a good night. And thanks for coming back. And thanks for putting up with me while I was having trouble with the video. We'll get this down next week. It'll be better, okay? Thank you, everybody, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Don't forget to go to Tanya's and hit the like and subscribe for both of us if you would. Bye-bye.